guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana and this channel is all about SMS Beauty, which is skincare, makeup, sunscreen. And today it's all about the skincare. We are doing Instagram chooses my skincare routine. So if you have not followed me over on Instagram, it's just Dana Ripperton. That's my name. Don't wear it out. And over there, I'm not sure when this video is going to go live, but from time to time I'll do like choose my makeup or choose my skincare. And so that's what I did over there. And people just got to vote which one they wanted me to do. And today I'm going to do the full routine. So I'll do the morning. I'm going to put on some makeup because I want to actually show you what it looks like to cleanse my face. And then at night I will do the nighttime routine and film that as well. So that's what it's all about. I did want to mention, I do a bad job of telling you my skin type. So I'm going to do a better job. Every video I'm going to tell you exactly what my skin type is. And the caveat with that is that my skin changes. I don't know about everyone, but mine definitely changes based on the weather. Obviously, as I get older, it changes as well, and all these external factors. So I'm gonna do a better job of telling you like kind of what it is today and what it is historically. So my skin type historically, until maybe like 5 years ago, was dry, like dry as could be. Nothing did anything. And then I started formulating my own skincare, learning more about what my skin needed, which was more oils than water. And my skin completely changed. Now I would say it's pretty average, normal. I do have dry patches sometimes, especially in the winter, or just like if my skin is irritated. And then in the summer, I live in a hot, humid climate, so it gets more oily, but it's not my skin that's so oily, it's just the weather. So that's what it is today. Right now, it's in pretty good shape. I would say just normal skin right now. And we're gonna go through the routine. I'm gonna start off with the morning one and we'll get going. So I will post right here the poll that was chosen. We're gonna start off, I just washed my face. In the morning when I wake up, I almost always wear an overnight mask or a really heavy moisturizer. And when I rinse it off in the morning, that's all I do. I just use water just to get any residue off. Nothing crazy. I don't like to rinse and wash my face too much. So really I only do it at night. Unless there's something really crazy like that's stuck to my face, I will not wash it with a cleanser in the morning. Okay. So the first part of our routine is our toner. We have the option between the Paula's Choice and the Lume, I don't know how they pronounce it. You guys chose the Paula's Choice. This is the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. This bottle is probably like that far from being done, and I don't love it. I will be honest. I'm just gonna put it out in my hand. This is what I do. I don't need to use a cleanser or like a pad or anything. It works fine for me just with my hands, and then I don't have to waste either a reusable one or a disposable. So I just pat it on. I always kind of go heavy with everything I use, and people will tell me that I use too much, but I think my skin does better when it gets a lot, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay using more of it than maybe is necessary, and I don't think that's an issue, so kind of do whatever works for you though. And what I was gonna say about the Paula's Choice is I think it's basically a holy grail for so many people. I don't love it. I just have never seen a lot of like remarkable results from it. But also my skin doesn't need the like constant BHA exfoliation. I need it overnight. I need it with AHAs more than BHAs or a combination. But for me, that doesn't really do anything. It doesn't help with pore size because I don't really have big pores. So me, I would prefer either a brightening one like this or a hydrating one, which I'm going to be using at night, one of the hydrating ones. So that's just kind of my own personal preference, but I think people clearly love the Paula's Choice one. So if that's something you're looking for, it's a good option. It does leave a bit of a tack on your face, so you do need to go over it with something, but that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do the serums. So this is my own. This is Plus Minus Skincare. This is the Triple Crown. Telling you it's the best serum there is. I know I'm biased, but I have tried so many serums and each time I'm like, even if it's like $10 like this one, or if it's like 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever. Mine's still better, I'm sorry. But you guys chose the Bioma. This is the brightening serum. This one has triceramide complex, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. Basically kind of like mine, but whatever. And I'm not gonna really be able to show you what it looks like, but it's just clear. And it's quite liquidy, so if you can see that. And you just go ahead and put it on your face. So I always get asked, well, not always, I get asked sometimes, when you're putting on a serum or a toner, like, do you need to pat it into your face? And my answer to that is no. If you like to do it, if it's part of your ritual, if your grandmother, your mother told you to do it, then do it. But does it, like, by me rubbing it in, does it make it less effective? No. Does patting make it more effective? No, not really. I mean, you know, people will tell you that it does, but I have never seen that to be the case. And also, I just don't have time for that. I think it's kind of like, ugh. And at the heart of it, skincare, a lot of the times is a ritual. So do whatever makes you feel good, whatever you like, but don't feel like, I didn't pat, it's not gonna work. It's not true. Your skin doesn't know the difference. So, my little PSA. Okay, I was actually shocked by this next one, which was the BioEffect versus the Naturium multipeptide. The Naturium one, which I'm actually fine with. I think maybe because price-wise, if you guys knew how much this was, you would probably choose the Naturium. And so this one is a richer cream. I'm always meaning to get to that video, but then I keep buying more eye creams. But one of my goals is to do kind of like my favorite eye creams. And this one is one that I have actually repurchased. So I guess you could call it a favorite. And I'm just putting it on, like there's nothing much to see here. It is thicker in consistency, not like super thick, but it gives you more like just a normal cream type feel. And I always go above my eye, under my eye, and then just kind of rub it all around the orbital socket. This one though, the reason that I bought it again and I'm continuing to use it, I haven't seen any like noticeable day-to-day results, but it does have this complex of peptides in it that are supposed to be really like life-changing. I don't know about that, but they're really supposed to help with wrinkles. So I've just been like, you know what? I gotta stick to it. I gotta use it and use it and use it. And then maybe in a few months I'll see something. So far, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It has no scent. It's just, honestly, it feels so much like any other cream. But because of the ingredients in it, that's why I continue to use it. Now, this one, the BioEffect, people say like they see significant changes, especially if you have droopy eyelids here. People will put it on right here. I haven't noticed that, but I don't really have that issue, so I just think it's crazy price. It's like $90. I know you can get a discount, but it's pretty insane. So we have only a few more steps because my morning routine is pretty simple. I don't always use a toner. I pretty much always use a serum, an eye cream, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. So that's about 4 steps. This one is 5. But I think that's a pretty realistic step routine or number of steps for somebody who does skincare kind of as their hobby and their job. But the next one we have is moisturizer. So the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer was the winner over the Beauty Pie Super Dose Vitamin C. It was kind of close, so if you guys, I've talked about this in favorites before, but I love it. It gives you this like actual glow without glitter. I have some thoughts on it, and my thoughts are, I think the whole watermelon line, so that's the serum, the toner, and then this. I don't have the overnight one, but this stuff smells divine. Like if you are thinking Jolly Rancher watermelon candy, that's what you're getting. Also, I'm putting more on because I'm psycho. They all smell so incredibly good that it's like intoxicating. But do I think that they are revolutionary products? Not really. If you have very dry skin, these are probably not going to work for you. They're really, at least this line, the Watermelon Glow, is more kind of like a lighter, watery, watery consistency. And it does give you a glow, but honestly, you could get this kind of glow using almost any moisturizer if you're using the right amount. That's one of the things. I feel like people are constantly asking me how to get a glow, and I'm like, well, just use a lot of moisturizer. And this is the problem. Like people will squirt out like a dollop, like that big, like a pea-size amount for their whole face, and they're like, why am I not glowy? Put more moisturizer on. I'm telling you, it's the key. It really is. If you think you're putting too much on, okay, what's the problem? Like, it's just moisturizer. Most of the time, if you can find a good one, it's not gonna peel off your face. It's just gonna leave you nice and glowy and moisturized, and that's my key. Like, people ask me about my skincare, and I'm like, here's the thing. I always cleanse, almost always double cleanse, but always with a cleansing balm. I always moisturize in the morning and night, and I do it excessively. And then the most important thing, next one on our list, is sunscreen. If you're not wearing sunscreen, just throw out everything else, because sunscreen is really the only thing that's going to protect your skin and make it, basically, you're still going to age, but it's going to look better as you age. So those are my tips. The rest of all of this, like, you don't need any of these products. Just find the products that work for you. Moisturize, cleanse, and protect. That's it. Okay, wow. You guys, I'm a little disappointed in you. No, I'm kidding. But the options were the Paula's Choice, what is this? Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid, which is our chemical sunscreen. I think people get scared of the word chemical. They shouldn't, but that's okay. And then the Essential Glow Moisturizer. So this is the mineral one. And I just picked this up again. I forgot, well, I had it before in the sample size. And if there's a sample available, I will almost always get it, unless it's one of my favorites. But I did want to pick this one up again because it is a good option to have. And I'm just going to use my 1/4 teaspoon right here and apply it to my face. We're going for a glowy look today, you guys. Thank you for that. So this one is mineral. Let's see, I forget what the percentage. We only have 5.25% titanium dioxide and 6.12 of zinc oxide. So not our highest percentages, which is probably why it doesn't have that much of a cast. The color is interesting. It looks white here, and to the naked eye, I think it is, but I think it actually is a little bit of a like grayish, but it really doesn't leave a cast on my skin tone. Not to say that it won't leave a cast on any skin tone, but it's kind of an interesting color. Okay, so I did a review on this a while back. It was like the best sellers of Paula's Choice. And I remember now why I didn't buy the full size. It's actually really easy to blend, which is not always the case for a creamier mineral sunscreen, but it does leave a bit of a cast. Like, this is what it is. I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes and then I'm gonna put makeup on, but it's gonna leave a bit of a cast on some people. The thing about it is the glow is interesting. I think the glow is there because it really is like a moisturizer. It doesn't have any particles in it. And I wouldn't really consider it like one of my glowier sunscreens. Even though it does look glowy, I think you're gonna get this kind of glow with almost any richer, creamier sunscreen. So I wouldn't put it in that category, but it is a good like middle option for that glow if you want that. But I also have a video on glowy sunscreen, so you can check that out as well. Okay, so that's the end of our morning routine. The nighttime routine is a little bit longer, but I will go ahead and put makeup on, go throughout my day, and then I'll come back and show you the nighttime routine. So see you then. It's the end of the day. Oh my gosh. This makeup reminds me of a video that I absolutely have to film as it gets like into the hottest months of the year. I have been sweating a lot today, so my makeup is looking pretty stellar, to be honest. I'm like, whoa. Like, I was moving stuff from my mom's attic to my car, like multiple loads. I did want to mention one makeup thing, which is not at all related to the rest of this video, but I tried this mattifying setting spray. This is One Size On Till Dawn, and it didn't necessarily mattify because I wanted a glow, but it kind of made stuff stay. So if you're looking for a setting spray, this one might make your makeup stay really well. Anyway, let's get into the nighttime routine. So the option was the Youth to the People Super Berry Dream Cleansing Balm or Beauty Pie Plantastic. And let's see, yes, the Youth to the People one. So this is a higher end, expensive one. It comes looking like this. It's beautiful looking, like gorgeous. I have obviously used some of it, and I'm gonna put it on right now, and then I'm gonna go wash my face, and then I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna come back at the end and do the rest of my routine. But I did want to show you guys this. Typically, if I know I'm like gonna shower or take a bath, I'll put this on, rinse it off, and then get in, because it's just so much easier than kind of like doing it alone. So that's what I'm gonna do, if that makes any sense. But one of the things that, I guess the reason that I don't really use this is it's got this kind of gritty feel to it that there's nothing wrong with it. And like, I guess if you think of it almost like, it's not so much like gritty to the point that it's exfoliating. I just don't find that pleasurable. I think the smell is great. I think that is actually like the best part of it, but I don't find it to be all that rewarding, you know. I also just realized I'm taking off the makeup that I needed to film another video, like the final check-in, so that sucks. Let me just do this and then I will come back. And yeah, by the way, I use it all over my eyes. I don't mind if there's like a little film. I just make sure to rinse my eyes properly before opening them, I guess. But yeah, this is not a bad cleansing balm by any stretch. It's just not my favorite. I find that grittiness to be not as appealing as maybe others might find it. So I'll do this for a while and then I'll rinse off. And then I will come back for the rest of the routine after I shower. Okay, so I figured I would just film as I am out of the shower. I wanted to talk to you about these two cleansers. I've already used this cleanser in the shower. I forgot to mention that. But the choice was between the Liz Earle, which is a cleanser. It's not as great as I remembered it being. I had it oh god, almost 10 years ago probably. And then I just have this sample size of the Peach and Lily. And I really like this one. It doesn't foam a lot, which I'm actually okay with because sometimes I feel like the foam just gets in my eyes and irritates me. It's, I'm learning to come around to regular cleansers again. And I think it's a little overpriced for what it does, which is just gets anything left over that the cleansing balm didn't get. So I probably won't be repurchasing it. I have a few other more affordable ones coming in and I'm gonna be testing those out. But I just think for a cleanser, you really don't need to spend $30. Cleansing balms are another story, but for me, it's fine. It doesn't strip my skin. It doesn't leave it so glowy, but I'm just not willing to spend $30. So that's what that is. So we had two, I guess they're toners / essences. I'm gonna call them an essence because at nighttime, that's what I call them. The Naturium hyaluronic acid one. I've used this maybe a quarter of it, a third. It's okay. I'm kind of happy that you guys chose this one. This is the Make Microferment Rice Essence. It's very expensive. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I like it more than the Naturium one, but I just don't know. So I'm looking at the back to see the benefit. It says hydrates, tones, and activates. Features Jeju Bioferment Filtrate, Magma, Seawater, and Niacinamide. It's fine. It's a thicker consistency. And you know what? Sometimes I get to the bottom or the end of a product and I'm now I can't live without it when I don't have it. And I feel like this one could be that. It's got this, it doesn't, it's not quite liquidy. Oh my. It looks like something I'm not gonna say, but yeah, this one, it does the job. It's just rather pricey. So for me, the blue one, not the brightening one, I love that one, and that one is so affordable. So if I get to the end of this, I use it up, and I don't find myself dying to have it again, I'll probably just buy the Lumi one again. So yeah. Also, I don't have my contacts in, so if I'm out of focus, I hope I'm not. Okay, what's next? We have acid. Now, the next few steps are not ones I always take, but I do one of my lactic acid or any of the other acids. I tend to do them a few times a week. You guys chose between the ordinary, this is just the lactic acid, this is 10%. I actually love this one. This is a really affordable and great option. And then the Naturium, this is the one that you chose. So this is vegan lactic acid emulsion, which means instead of a liquid form like this one, it's in a cream form. So my face is just red because I was in a hot shower, but this one is very gentle. If you have sensitive skin, I would say that this is probably a better option than some of the others. And I can use quite a bit just because it is so gentle. The 5% versus the 10% from The Ordinary make a huge difference. And I do find that this one can be more moisturizing than The Ordinary one, which is really kind of like what an acid does. Like, it helps exfoliate the skin, helps even out your skin tone. This one does it just at a slower rate and really is more suited for sensitive skin. Okay, then the next thing that I had, again, not all of these steps are something I would always take, but I wanted to show both of these. This is the Dr. G Red, like R-E-D, Blemish Clear Soothing Cream. Apparently, this is like the top seller in all of Korea, like South Korea, just the most popular cream. And it's this really beautiful kind of like gel consistency. Goes on so smoothly, just a joy to use. And then this is also South Korean. This is Dear Claire's, my Midnight Blue Calming Cream. So I do think that this is like a good thing if you're, maybe like you put an acid on like I did and your skin feels like a little sensitized. It's this blue, I mean that's in the name, color. And it does help to kind of just calm your skin. So you don't have to use this after an acid. I don't always, but I like it as kind of like a middle step before my heavier moisturizers. And then I usually will just let it sit for a while. I don't put another cream on right away. As I said before, I put on a lot of moisturizer. I mean, that is really the key to keeping my skin moisturized. So if you're gonna comment that I say that I put a lot on, yes, I do. And then any leftover, just kind of rub it on my hands. Okay, we only have a few things left. So it was down to the Skin Fix and the the SkinCeuticals. These are supposed to be dupes for each other. I will tell you, I'm doing a whole video on like dupes for the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore because this is like $130. It's insane. Yeah, like 50 milliliters. This is one of them, and I have talked about this in another video with like all my heavy moisturizers. And I am actually loving it more than I used to, and I have to be careful because I don't want to run out before I film the video. This is a wonderful, wonderful cream. It's rich, but it doesn't have that same kind of like almost waterproof feel to it like the SkinCeuticals does. That's why I love that one so much. This one is a very good alternative. And in that video, when it comes out, you'll see what I mean because I'll do a close-up of like when the SkinCeuticals goes on and then you rinse it off, it doesn't come off. It leaves like a film, which is, I love. It basically like traps everything into your skin. And this doesn't do it, but it's a good moisturizer. That's why it's like hard to say it's a dupe because I think that one aspect of the SkinCeuticals is so important. This doesn't do it, but it's beautiful. Really nice and rich. Just leaves your skin nice and plump and moisturized. I put a lot on. People always say that like one of the pumps when you go like down, that's like the serving size. I do like 3 or 4. Don't listen to them. Anyway, the last step that we have, and I'm not gonna put it on this very second because I want my moisturizers to set in, but I will show you me putting it on. I have a CBD tanning water, which is the UTAN Jamie Genevieve one, and this you just spray on your face like a setting spray. And then this is the Sereni. I think that I've never heard it pronounced actually. This is Chloe Morello. It's like her brand. I don't know if she actually owns it or she's just the spokesperson, but it is basically an overnight mask with 2% bakuchiol and DHA. So DHA is the tanning agent. It'll give you like the fake tan look. I've used it quite a bit so far. I wouldn't go to it for moisturization, so make sure if you need moisture in your face, go ahead and put your moisturizers on beforehand. This one, the bakuchiol is like an ingredient that there's just not a lot of research, but it's supposed to be like a retinol alternative. I can't tell you if it's working because I haven't used it for like years, which is probably what you need to do, like years and years of it. But it does give you a nice overnight tan. And I would say like A few pumps of it is all you need. You don't need a lot, but I wouldn't reach for this for my moisture, if that makes any sense. And it just looks like a normal cream, like there's nothing fancy about it. And I will put it on and just show you what it looks like, but I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and yeah, that is the skincare routine. So I'll insert that clip now, but if you guys have any questions, of course, let me know. Again, my steps are pretty simple. Like, you can take what I say, or you can actually use the products. But for me, the most important things, again, cleanse, moisturize, sunscreen, not in those particular order, but you know what I mean. And put more than you think you should on of all of them. All right. So I'll leave it here. I'll insert the clip again, and then I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, so this is what the Serenity looks like the next morning. I don't know why I'm holding my head here. I didn't put a ton on, but I feel like it just kind of evens out my skin tone. If I put more on, one time I did, I put a lot on my face and I woke up like a little too tan, so be careful. But yeah, it's nice to like just kind of feel like you can step out with a little bit less, not that I put on a lot of makeup, but like it just evens out your complexion, I think. It's pricey-ish, so, you know, that's something to consider. But yeah, that's the skincare routine, morning and night. Obviously, I don't do all of those things every time, but it gives you kind of a good glimpse at what I can do. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.